Many of you people out there probably recognize me from other reviews I have done for IK Multimedia over the many years that I've been making reviews for companies here on my YouTube channel. You've probably seen me talking about IK Multimedia monitors in the past. If you're somebody who shops studio monitors, I'm one of those faces that often pops up. So over the years that I've been reviewing monitors for companies, there is one set of monitors that has always stood out to me as the best, especially for the price. But really, the price, it doesn't matter. These are my favorite small monitors for any untreated home recording studio and up, right? You can put them in a treated space. You can put them in a real recording studio, which is exactly what I'm going to do today, because today is the day I'm allowed to tell you that IK Multimedia has released the iLoud Micro Monitors Pro. I thought it'd be fun to do like the whole unboxing thing because I've never done that in one of my monitor reviews. We're gonna go through the setup, the calibration. We're gonna look at the monitors in general. So I gotta walk over there and grab a razor blade and 1 second. Ooh, okay. Packaging's a little bit different than in the past. They are wrapped individually. All right. Don't fall. These look really nice. They look pretty much similar to the old ones on the outside of the box here. So let's get into it. This is probably just cables and accessories. Power cable, yes. A USB cable, yes. And the calibrating microphone, I would assume that's what this is. So like the newer MTM monitors and the old MTM monitors, the iLoud Micro Monitor Pros are able to be calibrated to your room, which is awesome. And they do come with a microphone and a clip, which is always nice to have an extra clip because it will fit all sorts of microphones. But so we do get the calibration microphone, so that's awesome. Take a look at the speaker itself. So one thing I will say is that by far, these are the monitors I listen to the most in my studio up in my apartment. Over the years, these are the monitors that I have always referred to for any mix that I'm doing. The iLoud Micro Monitors always come into the process because they're awesome. They sound awesome. Wow, these look great. This is awesome. This looks really good. Okay, so it still has the, so you can put it on a mic stand if you want to do that. It has the little legs right here. So, and I think the driver looks a little bit bigger. I'm gonna have to look up on the literature, but these do look a little bit bigger. I also do know that they are 50 watts each RMS instead of, like the old set was 50 watts combined. I do know that they have an extended frequency response, so they go down to 42 hertz now, which is kind of crazy, especially for something this little. So I'm just curious here, because in the MTMs, it comes with 2 calibration microphones, which I think is funny. Okay, good. So far it looks like they just sent 1 calibration microphone. I have a little pile of those, and they're building up, and I just feel bad that they always send out 2, but it looks like these come with 1, so good for them for figuring that out. And let's take a look. Oh, interesting. Okay. So if you had these, I'm going to tell you right now that the backs of both of them are exactly the same. Instead of like having, you know, the one with all the controls on it and then the one with no controls on it, this has all the controls on both. Interesting. And oh, these are not Bluetooth. I don't see any Bluetooth connection on here. Oh, that's a bummer. In fact, that's how I was going to use them out here. So that's sort of a bummer, but I will have to rectify that. The way I run things out here is I have everything going through my PreSonus monitor station, and that has enough outputs for 3 sets of monitors, but I already have 3 sets of monitors if you include my little mix cube over here, which, you know, I just do for mono mix checks and small speaker checks. So I'm gonna have to at a later date, I'm gonna have to rectify that and figure out how I wanna fix that problem. Anyway, let's get into the whole putting them on my desk and setting them up. But I don't like that they don't have Bluetooth anymore. That's a bummer, because that was really a handy feature. One thing I just discovered on the back of these, just a heads up to anyone, they only take XLR or RCA inputs. So I have to run to my other studio and dig for the right cables. So I'll be back in a little bit. Success. I went and pulled the cables out of my old studio upstairs, out of the monitors that I'm still actively using up there, but for now, what else can I do? I didn't realize it was gonna be so different, but I am happy to see good balanced inputs on the back of these monitors. I can't remember if the old ones had them or not. I don't think they did. I think they were just 1/4 inch input and RCA. But now it's all XLR, so that's good, you know, it's a good thing. I'm just gonna push play on a song. This is one of my old Music Monday songs. And I'm just gonna give you guys a first reaction. I've never heard these before. Pushing play right now. I mean, I know you cannot tell because you're listening through this microphone on my collar here, but I mean, every single time I listen to the iLoud micro monitors, especially with people who haven't heard them in the past, I'm trying to like demo them, like show them how great they are. Same thing every single time. The amount of low end that comes out of these monitors is truly impressive. I don't want to be like, oh, it's so incredible or anything. It's, you know, they're small monitors, but for small monitors, wow, there's plenty of low end. You can absolutely positively mix any kind of music that you are working on these. I mean, if this is all you can have, if this is all you can work with, really not a problem. You can absolutely positively mix good sounding music with these monitors. I'm just gonna go mess with the settings on the back. Right out of the gate, I'll say that they, like compared to everything else here, which has been, you know, calibrated to the room, right out of the package, they don't have quite enough high end for me. But that's because they haven't been, nothing's happening in the back, right? I haven't set anything in the back. So I'm gonna go back there and try that right now. One interesting thing I just discovered on the back that's a little bit different. If you're MTM owners, you know there's a switch for calibrated mode and for desk mode. So the desk mode being the uncalibrated one. That's like a left or right switch. This has a button and it does appear that I'm able to mix between a little bit between the desk mode and the calibrated mode, which is interesting. I guess you can mix between them. But anyway, I turned up the high end on these, so let's just take a listen. All right, so I turned up the high end and problem solved. So let's let's do the calibration thing. I think that's probably the right thing to do now. First listening position is actually going to be sort of up against the desk and from my left ear. So let's just sort of, and again, it's, you know, an approximation here. It's not rocket science here. So ready, capture point. All right, so the calibrations are all done, and I'm just gonna take a look here. Okay, it has created a pretty interesting looking curve. So, all right, so that's the curve, and green is before and orange is after. So as you can see, it's actually a pretty significant difference there. It's showing me, you know, from my listening position where the good things and the bad things are. So yeah, looks like I have some issues down here according to this program. None of it bothers me, but yeah. And let's see how different they sound. It's genuinely significantly better. It's actually kind of crazy. Like, if you remember earlier, I was talking about how there wasn't enough high end. All the high end is there now. Yeah, okay. The calibration thing on these things is awesome, awesome, awesome. So just so you know what I was doing there, I'm just trying to volume match between the micro monitors, the MTMs, and my Atoms right now. So there's a setting back here so I can volume match, but as I switch between them, obviously I don't want a huge volume change. I mean, it is sort of awesome. It is sort of like the wall of sound over there right now. But wow, yeah, straight up, wow. Yeah, I am super impressed already. I'm gonna sit here and listen to music all afternoon now. Yeah, I will say, I listen to the original iLoud micro monitors every single day. Every single day, I'm either just regularly listening to music or I'm finalizing mixes in my other studio upstairs, the room that I'm most familiar with mixing in. I basically have, I don't have the Atoms up there anymore. I brought them down into this room. So I have the MTMs, the iLouds, and the, what do you call that little thing over there? That little mix cube thing from Avantone. So I listen to them every single day, regular listening and analytical listening. And so I'm extremely familiar with them. So here's what I hear right out of the gate. These are a lot louder. There's definitely a lot more headroom in these than the old ones. And yeah, the low end response is significantly tighter. I don't know if it's necessarily a tighter sound, but there's more of it. I still love the original ones. I'm never going to get rid of the ones that I have up there. That is a system that is not getting touched. I know those monitors. I know that room. It's the original IK Multimedia MTMs and the original iLouds, both of which were sent to me for review, just like these. This is technically an unsponsored video. Like, they don't pay me to say anything. And the reality with my channel is if I don't like anything, I don't review it. I get lots of stuff in here for free that I choose not to review because I don't want to, I don't want to make business bad for anyone. If I don't like something, I'm just simply not going to be a don't buy it kind of person. Unless it's just something that's genuinely trash that someone's promoting like it's the best thing in the world. I have done that a couple of times. But in general, my rule of thumb is, as far as the way my reviews work, if I like it, if I like the product, I want to show you guys about the product. That's it, I don't want to show you trash. I want to show you good stuff. Anything I've ever reviewed in the past has all been stuff that I genuinely liked and probably still do like. exactly like the iLoud micro monitors original ones. So I think that's it for my very basic review. Oh, wait. I know. I wanted to read one thing here. So from a little cheat sheet here, I'm gonna tell you quickly the differences between the new ones and the old ones. So number one, the new ones have the ARC room correction built automatically into them. And it comes and it integrates with the X Monitor software, which you just watched me play with. It's no longer a M/S mono / stereo configuration, so units are independent and need no link cable. So no cable going between them, which is awesome. They can be used for immersive settings, etc. I would assume that's like one of those like full surround sound systems. Double the power, so 50 watts RMS per speaker. I think I said that earlier. Extended frequency range of 50 to 20 hertz. Okay, so it's down to 50, wow. Okay, so 50 hertz to 20 hertz. And I think the old ones were less. I don't remember off the top of my head. Base level down to 42 hertz, it says. XLR input in addition to RCA, built-in power supply. That's also nice. It's just a cable going to the back. And a USB-C connection and new drivers. So it doesn't seem like, as far as the differences, it doesn't seem like the speakers themselves are any bigger. Although they do just visually seem a little bit bigger. Maybe it's just the overall design of the face is a little bit different. But here's the truth, okay? Straight up 100% truth from me. On my first listen, yeah, they're awesome. I already love the iLoud micro monitors version 1. And I love IK Multimedia in general. As a company, I don't see anybody else making, like, everything that IK Multimedia makes is designed for people like you and me. Not like the top end 1%ers out there who have all the money in the world to buy the coolest gear. They're aiming at people who are recording on a budget, but who want really, really good equipment and software. So, and I just love that that's sort of their mission. It sort of reminds me of Apple in the old days where it's like, let's get good stuff to creators and creative people at an affordable price that's usable and totally functional and can help you get professional results. So yeah, my honest first out of the box review is, yeah, they are the upgraded version of the monitors that I listen to all the time anyway. To my ear, the high end is a little bit smoother across the top. A little bit smoother, meaning just not so tinny in some certain cases, depending on what I was mixing, like overheads or guitars. Sometimes I just wished that the top end was just a little bit more rolled off. It was just a little more smooth instead of crispy. But they have now solved that problem with the new ones. So I don't know if anything I have shot here is even any good. I'm gonna get into the editing process now and we will see. But you guys, if you have any questions or comments or anything, please leave them below. I'm also gonna be leaving an affiliate link for Amazon down below in the more info area. You know, no extra charge to you guys, but a little bit of kickback to GarageBand and Beyond. Just supports my channel in a way that doesn't affect you at all if you choose to purchase these monitors from watching my review. One last thing I'll say, because of the small form factor, because of the size of the speakers alone, they don't move a ton of air. And air is what's going to obviously translate the sound. You know, the sound waves are carried through the air to hit the rest of your room, and then the room starts bouncing back, and you know, you get all that room reverb and you get those reflections back that you're listening to when you're mixing in any space. One of the nice things about using small monitors is that they do not move as much air, which means in turn that you are not getting as much room reflection coming back at you. Using small speakers like this almost in effect removes the room as part of the equation as far as when you're trying to, you know, put up padding and all this stuff. They're so small, the room doesn't really play a significant role in what you're listening to. What really plays the big role is the monitors themselves, and that is absolutely awesome for anyone in an untreated space. Now, on top of it, these have the ARC correction system, which is going to create a custom EQ for you and your room and your monitors. I honestly, if you're in the market for small speakers for your studio, These are the only speakers I would recommend, and that is the God honest truth. I would not recommend anything else. Nobody else is doing this, and especially in the price range. That's it. All right, you guys. I hope this review was somewhat convincing. You know, I want you guys to like the monitors that I recommend, and I hope that I have convinced you that these newer versions of the iLoud micro monitors are awesome, because they are, and I'm gonna go listen to them all afternoon now. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, blah, 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 all that stuff. Talk to you later. Peace and love. I gotta say, I've been listening to these for about another 30 minutes since I stopped recording. These micro monitors sound so much closer to the MTMs, their bigger brothers, than they ever have before. To me, that's the big difference. There's a lot more mid information, definitely better lows, definitely better highs. I mean, it's an improved speaker, right? So across the board, we all expect it to have more features and sound better. But to me, the thing that was most interesting, just as someone who has lived with both of the predecessors to these guys, there used to be a bigger difference between the iLoud micro monitors and the MTMs, and that difference is getting smaller. To me, the MTMs obviously just have more low end, but everything above the low end is pretty much the same. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it sounds pretty much the same in the mids, low mids, and up to the highs. The new micro monitor pros sound pretty much exactly like the MTMs. Low end is definitely better on the MTMs, but all that mid and high information, I think it's pretty much the same. Very hard to tell the difference, at least for now, in my early years of learning these monitors. Anyway, I just wanted to get on and say one last thing, and that was it. All right, bye.